just making a video on this Bodog poker free roll, and I'm pretty sure that it got deleted because I had a major malfunction. I had to close, or I had to restart my computer. No, I'm making a YouTube video. But I'm doing pretty good so far. I got like 3,600 or 3,500. Made a really good fold with ace 10 when somebody went all in. Didn't call him. Ace 10 is not a hand you want to call people all in unless if they're moving all in all the time and you think they're bluffing. I'm going to play it like this because switching back and forth between the poker and the camera, that's what made it freak out last time. My computer's frozen right now. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna play this hand. If I was in late position, I would raise, but in this position right here, just about middle. I mean, there's no real reason to risk a bunch. I'm still very early in this tournament. Blind is only 60. Alright, he min raised. I can call that. Didn't get much on the flop. Alright. Ooh. I'm thinking Cook might be a pretty decent player. Ooh, I picked up a flush draw. Cook might be a decent player because he just min raised and then he checked the flop. Most bad players try to raise way too much and then they'll continuation bet with anything. He could have ace king. I'm putting him on ace king. I have a flush draw. He's betting less than a quarter of the pot, so that means I can try to call and hit it because I got about a 0.25% chance to hit my flush. That's called pot odds, but I didn't get it. Oh wells. He's gonna bet. No, we didn't bet. Jack king again. I suppose I'll limp in again. And here is the fall of my chip stack. Well, I got second pair, second best kicker. I'll just check, see what these guys want to do. See if somebody's having ace queen or something. Now that min bet, I'm not going to fold. I could hit another jack. He might not have a queen. He might have a flush draw and he min bets. Or whatever, you know. He's not going to make me fold with a bet that small. Now if he bets again, I don't know. Might think about folding. Yeah, I should probably fold. I'm beat. I wish he would have showed his hand. Alright, I'm in the big blind, nothing special, but nobody raised, so I'm gonna see a flop here. Wow, flopped the best possible hand. So, a lot of people would check this, but I'm not one of them people. I don't slow play, and that is exactly why. When you're up against somebody who's over aggressive and you have a very good hand, I have the nuts right now. Don't slow play it. I got this. No spade. Yeah, money. Okay, I'm in the small blind, which is the worst possible position, but I have decent cards. It's only 50 to call. I mean, I know I say fold queen 10 when you're in bad position, and I stand by that. If I would have been under the gun and I had to call the full 100, I would have folded. And at this point, I can't just call. Well, I suppose I could, but I'm not going to. I need to get information from my opponents. Are they willing to risk it? I mean, do they have a queen? Am I beat? That's what I'm asking them right now. I just check raised them. A lot of players hate getting check raised. This is a bad play. I lose. Yeah. God damn it. Nice. Awesome. I got lucky. Again. Well, I didn't really get lucky before. That was the first suck out ever in this tournament. That was sweet. I'm glad I played that hand. But as you could see, I should have folded. He had me beat. And I got lucky. Real lucky. I'm playing this because it's over 21. I'm in really good position. And I'm in position. He checked. I'm going to try to buy it. I have a straight draw. Alright. I'm sitting on 8,000 chips. Alright, I found a hand I'd like to play. I'm not going to raise him because if he calls, I'll be first to act. I would like to steal the blinds, but really with my stack, I don't really need to be stealing blinds. Not really. I mean, maybe if the big blind was up to 300 instead of 100, it'd be more worth it. So I'm not really going to play aggressive. I'm going to see if my ace high wins. Hopefully. I want to stay above 8,000. I think I'm going to fold this. He probably has a 10 or maybe hit a queen on the river. We're not going to get to see it, of course, but I'm pretty sure I was beat there. Alright, this is just like 2 hands later. I mean, this hand isn't over 21, but suited aces are another exception to the rule. You can play suited aces as long as like nobody raises too much. If they raise to 300, I might think about folding. But if they raise to 200, I'm definitely calling. If they raise 250, I'll call. 300, I might call, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I said, you gotta play your gut too. But I'm definitely limping in if I can. Alright. Okay, I didn't get much at all. I got 2 runner draws and a half the pot bet. I can't call that. I mean, not quite half the pot, but yeah, I can't call. Alright, here's a hand you always like to see. Oops. I'm gonna just make it just slightly under 3 times the big blind. That's what I like to raise to, about 2.5 times the big blind. Oh, they didn't even want to play with me. They must be scared. Another hand I can play. I'm not going to raise this one because I don't want them to start thinking that I'm raising with nothing, even though I have a hand. If you start raising 2 or 3 hands in a row, you'll get some unwanted action, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be risking chips and have them call me with a weak hand and get lucky and beat me. So I'll just limp in so I don't annoy anybody, and I keep the pot small. That's very important in tournament poker, is controlling the pot size, keep the pot small. Obviously that was a bad flop for me. I didn't want any overcards, he bets, I fold. Okay, I have a very marginal hand in the big blind. I'm just here to see a cheap flop. That's pretty good, but my kicker's weak, and I'm in early position, I check. Alright, now that they check behind, I'll go ahead and bet. See what they're up to. Keep them honest, you know. Got a caller. I probably should slow down. A pro would probably just tell me to slow down, but I'm gonna bet my favorite number, 420. I hope he didn't just river a flush. If he tries bluffing me, it'd totally work. Alright. He folded and I won. Another playable hand. Horrible position still. But, as before, if I can limp in, I'm gonna. And, I could hit a 3, but with pocket pairs, your chances are about 1 out of 9 or so to hit, and that's the whole 5 cards. So really on the flop, it's more like 1 out of 13, 1 out of 14. It ain't worth my money, in my opinion. Because if it was a real tournament with like a $50 buy-in, I might try to re-raise there. But this is a free tournament, and a lot of these people don't know how to play very well. I don't want to try pulling any fancy moves because it's hard to make these guys fold. Alright. Blind steal, hopefully. I have a pretty good hand, but I'd rather him fold. I'd rather steal the blinds. Worked good. And that's a fold. Alright, we got a hand here. I'm gonna raise. And it worked. I would rather just steal the blinds than play a pot, especially with my chip stack. There's no reason to like go all in and lose your money. I mean, I'm on top of the world right now with this chip stack. So there's no reason to really play a big pot. I'd rather just steal the blinds.